Hey everybody, it's Vanessa from Heroes and Villains again, doing another tutorial on heroclix.
Heroclix!
Yes, and he's back there. So tonight we're getting ready to do another heroclix batch. It's Tuesday night again, and we've moved our hours around a little bit. So now the matches start at 5 o'clock on Tuesdays instead of at 6, and now we're open until 9 on Tuesdays instead of
5
8.
p.m.
This is going to be an interesting video, and I am apologizing now for it. Okay, so today I figured I'd go through the basics of movement with the clicks. So when you're starting your game with a basic game, you're going to start off with your heroclix as we discussed, right behind the purple line. Each person is going to have their starting points at opposite ends of the board, and you would take turns rolling your dice. Whoever rolls higher technically gets to go first, and then basically your first one or two moves are mainly going to consist of moving your pieces. So if we were working with just a 2-character team, you would end up doing whatever movements you want to do, so let's say Morbius here, he's got a speed of 10. You can move him up to 10 spaces. That doesn't mean you have to move him the full 10 spaces if you don't want to. And once you resolve your movement, you would take an action token. And since he has Indomitable, that means on your next turn you would be able to use him again and give him a second action token. Aletta here can move up to 12 spaces, so I can move her up to 12 spaces, and then once again actions resolved for her, I would give her an action token, and then I would pass my turn to my opponent. They would do whatever they were doing in the way of movement and take their action tokens, and again it would be passed back to me. Now, assuming I didn't want to use Morbius, and I didn't want to use that Indomitability, and I didn't want to make him move or make an attack on this next round, I just straight up wanted to rest both him and Aletta this round, I can do that. So, and all you resting consists of is you just clear them of their action tokens, and then they're capable of moving again. So, and that's really all there is to that. Once you get into a situation where you've got opposing characters that are getting ready to fight, when you're moving around the board, you would end up having to attack the person who is within the closest range of you, or the first person that you would make contact with in line of sight. If you have a situation where you've got Spider-Woman and Archangel, for example, like this, where move the camera a little bit, where they're basically both within line of sight and same amount of spaces apart, you're fine to pick and choose in that scenario. But let's say Spider-Woman was lined up right in front of Archangel, you would have to attack Spider-Woman. Or let's say Spider-Woman was here adjacent and Archangel's here. You cannot target Archangel because he is technically at a ranged attack, and Spider-Woman is already within close combat action with you. So, and that's pretty much all there is to moving and the whole combat as far as what order you attack in. When you're first starting off, we recommend getting yourselves familiar with your boards and just kind of doing basic attacks and movements in order to get familiar with how your clicks work. Start learning a little bit more about the abilities your individual characters have, because once you start getting into your more advanced rules, it gets a lot more complicated. So once you're comfortable with how movements work, where your terrain, what terrains there are on the map, recognizing all of that, and how the turns move, as far as taking turns work, once you're comfortable with all that, then we recommend going on to the higher levels of the abilities and combat actions. So that's all there is for this video that I'm doing right now. So hope you guys are learning a lot from these. I know my first 2 videos were pretty lengthy, and this was a really short one as I'm getting into the different abilities and different things that the clicks can do, the videos will pretty much be fairly short. So, all right. Hope to see you guys tonight. And again, 5 o'clock. So see you guys.